you want in the game? You're out of bounds. Grab a seat and let real players like Buffalo Kaay, Digital Champion,
MxC, Jimmy,
AZ Rhino, Big Kep, and J-Dub explain that you're not ready to get in the game unless you're ready to go out of bounds.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday, September 8th, 2019, our first Sunday episode. So I'm happy you guys are here. We have a special guest with us today, Playbook.gg's very own Zan. What's up, brother?
What's going on, guys? I'm excited to be on this. I watched you guys do this the last couple weeks, and looks like a lot of fun, so definitely excited to be here.
That's awesome. Yeah, so Jimmy, good morning. How you doing this morning?
Hey, man, I'm doing great on this Sunday morning. We have the first weekend of the NFL. I'm ready.
BK? Big
Yeah,
weekend for you,
great,
dude.
man. What's that?
I said big weekend for you.
Yeah, this weekend's been wild with Twitch Rivals on Friday. Second place, so close. Sorry, Boog. Sorry, Dreeny. Let you down. And then nice stream this morning, giving away a VICK. Another one coming up here in this stream.
Yeah. Congratulations on the second place finish. DC, what's up,
Thanks.
dude? How you doing, man?
Go upstairs.
Man, anytime you can add a supercharger to the Death Star, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Go ahead and elaborate if you feel like it.
Well, I mean, there's just an elite player that I haven't dogged at all over the last 2 weeks, and I'm proud to see on the squad, and Antonio Brown. I'm happy he's with us.
I'm pulling up
And
these
anybody that
clips.
tries to go back and watch any VODs, those
Yeah.
have been taken care of, so don't.
Yeah, I'm almost 100% sure that anybody can pull up our conversations on Spotify, iTunes.
YouTube, it's everywhere, buddy.
YouTube,
I'm taking all of them, making a montage, and I'm tweeting at AV tomorrow. Like, yo, this guy hates you, man.
Hey, what do you think of this Pats fan?
What's so bad is I tried to sound so smart during those little segments. I was like, just really tried to break down Antonio Brown's behavior and stuff, and now I'm just like, no, he's good. He's good. Just shut up. He's fine.
Oh, that is great. All right, so with it being Sunday morning at 10:13 right now, we want to give everybody a heads up. We are going to cut this off right at 11:12 Eastern, if maybe 5 minutes after, but we want to let everybody get in and get their fantasy teams set up before the kickoff. So let's go ahead and get into this. First topic of the day, boys. Thoughts on the Madden
Please keep that down.
Madden 100 NFL kickoff weekend.
Golly.
Jimmy, let's start with you, brother.
Yo, the Madden NFL kickoff weekend has so far been so entertaining just from the Twitch side of things. Obviously, with the kickoff to the NFL on Thursday night, we had the Bears-Packers. That was great. Not a great game, but with Twitch this weekend, man, the entire community has just kind of come together for, we had the Twitch Rivals event this weekend. We had F&F on Friday as well. At the same time, you had streamers going crazy, partnered EA NFL streams all day yesterday. You had Friday. You had a few this morning, including our very own Buffalo Kaay. Man, just like this weekend on Twitch, I think is the most fun I've ever had, just from an interactive standpoint of hopping from stream to stream to stream over and over. Man, it's been a phenomenal weekend. I'm gonna give the hats off to EA for doing the streams like they did this weekend.
Yeah.
Very, very fun, very entertaining.
DC?
I thought it's been a really, really good time. I thought it's kind of just really shed a lot of spotlight on a lot of, I think it's just kind of spread the spotlight, so to speak. Like, we've managed to find kind of an avenue to like really spread it across like so many different streams, no matter the size or anything. So it's a lot of good exposure. And then, the giveaways trickled out like they've done has kind of brought everybody back to some of those streams too, like multiple times, which is always good. I haven't ever, like, honestly, like, knock on wood, we're nearly through the weekend, but I haven't heard of one problem. So I think that's pretty great too. So no, I think it's been incredible.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, like you guys said, it's been a great weekend. The everyone's been having fun, right? Like, everybody that I talk to in every stream has been just enjoying this weekend. And I mean, they put out yesterday, Saturday, there were 2 streamers minimum with drops on their channels with VICK giveaways from 8 a.m. until midnight. Right. So if you wanted to, you spent all day out there, getting your packs, and whatever, the packs are packs, whatever. Some random person's going to get lucky and pull a VICK out of one of those things. Maybe it's you, but drops in every one. VICK giveaways, 2 per every single streamer that went off this weekend, between Saturday and Sunday. 1 on Twitch, 1 on Twitter. That's massive. Twitch Rivals Friday night was a great way, I think, to showcase that superstar kickoff mode. I hadn't played it a lot before that. I think I played like 2 games before that, and then I got in with Bugs and Dreeny a little bit before the tournament started and played a couple games. And by the end of it, we were honestly just having a blast with that new mode. So great way to focus attention on that, and then bringing in a lot of these other massive streamers with 14, 15,000 viewers into our index that otherwise would never come in, and they got to have them play this kickoff mode, which is targeted for those. Like, people are complaining that, hey, we're bringing in Fortnite streamers. I'm like, yeah, Fortnite gamers are going to want to play superstars.
There's a reason.
That's exactly why that's there. Like, and it worked. And maybe they start playing MUT later. Like, it brings more people into our game. I don't care what mode they're playing. The more people that have Madden installed on their console, the better.
BK, I know what road you're going down. I'm glad you're going down that road, but let's toss it over to Zan.
Yep.
No, I'll pick it up where Kaay, unless that's a different topic here. I think that's
what I want. Yep. Keep going.
I think that's perfect. There's a lot of players out there that don't understand that, marketing is important for EA, and that, bringing new viewers into the directory is massively important for them. They have to be able to grow this thing. And we've definitely seen the Twitch community over the last, I would say, year or so, really kind of turn in, I would say, a positive direction. I mean, I know you look on Twitter and things seem toxic and all that, but if you really look at it face value, what it was is like 28 opportunities to win VICK during the kickoff celebration here. They had the Twitch Rivals event where they mixed a lot of people that were loyal, dedicated streamers to Madden in with some guys that, could bring more viewers to the directory to show off a brand new mode. I mean, if you look at that Superstar KO mode, you definitely could tell that it's probably a precursor to something that they're maybe trying to flesh out for future iterations of the game. Like, they've got it figured out, and you see a lot of people out there that are like, oh, well, they're streamers that have been grinding and they just bring in Fortnite guys. It's like, no, they've got their eyes on a bigger picture here. And I say that as somebody that has been pretty scathing of the way the game was in particularly 17 through 19. So, I think that they've started that U-turn and they're heading in a great direction. I think the community's following.
Yeah, agreed. It's actually, let's not finish this up just yet. Buffalo K, or is there anybody else that has any other thoughts on that? And was there anything else? So what I saw this weekend was what everybody else saw. Everybody was complaining at the very beginning of it, but nobody talked about the meat of why it was happening. And I just challenge at least all of our viewers to not look at everything at face value and understand that this is definitely a chess match, or an approach more like a chess match. Think 2 or 3 steps ahead. This is good for our community. This is great for our community, in fact. So.
Yeah, I think it plays on what Zan said too. It's like, I mean, if we kind of saw a little bit. I'll just touch on it. We just kind of saw it a little bit in the beginning that when it dropped, there was a little bit of jealousy, just like, oh, so and so got chosen. But this is more, at the end of the day, it's more about like where we spread it and how we spread it. Mm-hmm. And I think everything was rolled out really effectively the way that it was chosen, because at the end of the day, a lot of people have to realize that this is just like the word that's been said. It's all about marketability. If you're not a product that they think that they can't push, they're not going to put anything behind it. So there's always a reason for every decision they make. But with that being said, you just can't, I don't want anybody to harp on it. You just kind of have to just think of it as like a bigger picture for the community, so to speak, because this definitely benefits everybody. This event didn't benefit one single person at all.
Right.
Yeah. And even farther, that what made the tournament Twitch Rivals itself so successful in my mind, as far as how they ran everything, is mixing pros with Joes.
100%.
Because
like
it wasn't
stop running on a pick 6. Not that.
Yeah. It wasn't a sweaty tournament. Like watching, like I was going back and forth between 30 tabs. Like everyone was like having so much fun while they're playing, and like usually you get in a tournament that's a comp tournament and it's sweaty, man. They're really good. And I think if we had nothing but pros in that tournament, it would have been more of the same. You would have seen gun bunch and I form stretch.
Yeah,
So
I was
it
sweating.
was really, really, really fun that it just wasn't, not a sweat fest,
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
we're on the topic. Let's talk Superstar KO. We can. Me personally, I'm not sure if Superstar KO has what it takes to get what they want. I don't know if there's an additional element that they need to include in that mode. I don't know exactly what it is. I played it. I had a blast like everybody else here. I just want to see what their next move is. Buffalo K.
Well, I think it's a big shift, right? I think Superstar KO mode signifies a very smart shift by EA, and one that I think is going to be a lot of fun. So you look at Madden specifically, we are a bunch of old farts that play this game, right?
Yeah.
Like we're in our 30s. Most people I think that are playing Madden are honestly between 20 and 40. We don't have the majority of gamers that jump on a new games and drive up a new market and a new audience are less than half our age, right? So Superstars KO mode is a nice way to get these new players to come in and start playing football again, because we don't have NFL Blitz doesn't exist anymore, right? There's nothing else out there where there's no casual football, right? We go in and we play regs and you play mutt. I don't care who you. I'm terrible at the game, right? I jump into a head-to-head game on mutt or regs and I'm going against the meta. And if you're not on certain websites, you're not on Playbook GG. Just saying. If you're not in the know on how to stop these things or how to do them, you are getting roasted. There's no way a 12-year-old kid that is not on YouTube or not on playbook.gg or any of these other sites is coming in and winning a single game. And that happened from day one. So Superstar mode, taking some of those plays out of there with limited playbooks, was smart. That was intentional. That wasn't on accident. It made the game fun again for casual players, which is something that Madden severely lacks.
Yep. Zan.
Spot on. I think that's exactly what they were going for. You remove the 22 personnel, the iPhone tights of the world. You get them into some of these more exotic looks. All passing playbooks or run defensive playbooks, or they basically just change everything. What I feel is I feel like they're trying to kind of tap into that market that kind of 2K has, kind of that My Park feel, kind of mold it with like an NFL Street type of vibe. You get the players that are instantly in the zone at all times. So now you can't leave, an in the zone receiver one-on-one down the sideline. You always have to account for that. It just provides a different element of thinking to the game, whereas competitively, you have to work those players in the zone to even get to that point where you're thinking about, okay, well, now how do I shift my defense to counter this? I played it a fair amount yesterday on the kickoff celebration stream, my slot, and I had a blast playing it. So I think it's just the beginning. I could see this going a number of directions. Either this just becomes a team mode where it kind of feels like 2K, My Park, or maybe it's like a 7-on-7 thing. There's a passer. It could honestly be a lot of things. And I think that right now they're just kind of laying that framework.
Yep. DC.
No, I thought it was a really, really fun mode. It's a really good. The biggest thing is all of us play, like head to head or something in a form or another, and it's just a really good break to really just go in and just kind of mess around. We were playing last night. It was me and a buddy from college, and he stopped. We were in between games, and I was like, "You having fun?" And he doesn't even play Madden. I just got him to buy the game, and I was like, "Play this, KO." And he brought up a good point. He was like, when the last time I had fun playing a football game like this was? And I said, I was like, no. And he said, you remember NCAA 12 when they introduced the mascots?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the first time that I've played a sports game that long since they introduced that mode. It was just more of like just to play around, but it was 11-11 and everybody was in mascot. But the point of it is, it's just a really good break. It's just to let go and do whatever you want to do. Everybody's X factors are activated, and you just have fun. I could see them, if anything, maybe going a blitz route and probably just having like 3 down linemen, and then you just drop back with like 2 wide receivers or something, and it kind of getting NFL streetish. But I could not believe. I honestly, I think that we bag on EA a lot in ways on certain rollouts and stuff, but that was a hell of a rollout. It really was. Like, you can knock it, but from a coding aspect, to roll that out and to realistically not have one one flaw in it, aside from maybe something here or there, was pretty incredible. Which makes me think that goes back to what Zan was saying, that this mode is something they've probably been working on for at least 2 years.
Yeah.
So and
Jimmy?
they just rolled it, and it's good.
Yeah, think of some of the most popular games amongst young teens, teenagers. Like Kaay was saying, the younger generation. Fortnite, obviously, Apex. They are these battle royale type modes, and as everyone else has said, just a regular head-to-head Madden game isn't bringing in that crowd. So in my opinion, EA was this weekend. They are so smart when you think about it. The launch of Superstar KO paired with releasing VICK. So not only do like new people are coming into Madden, they're seeing the Superstar KO mode. They're getting to play with all of the X factors in the game. They're getting to play with all the top players in the game in a very short game mode. So now these kids and adults, they're playing this game on this. Dude, this bazooka is crazy. I want to play with this. Like I actually want to go. I want to play it. So then they're like, oh shoot, they just released a limited time Michael Vick. Oh, let me jump into MUT. Let me rip some packs. Let me spend real life money to get this card now. Now I want to play this. Yeah. Or they might say, you know what, maybe I want to jump into regs, because I grew up, I was that kid. I was a regs only player until 2 years ago. So the marketing for EA this weekend, absolutely brilliant. Like the game mode itself, I think they're using it to test the waters. It's EA's answer to the battle royale mode within the sports game.
That's a good point, because this weekend they casted a very wide net, and that was essentially what I was getting to whenever we started this segment off. Was I'm curious if this opens the door to other game modes, like what you touched on, Zan, about the My Park. Whenever you see new game modes roll out, which we're probably looking 4 or 5 years down the road at the rate that things do go around here. But you can see that they're expanding. You can see what they're trying to do. So I think as we sit right now, excellent launch, EA. You made a lot of people happy. So let's go on to the next topic. Mike Vick, 92 overall Mike Vick. I haven't got to play with him, but I saw a super silly video by the one and only Problem. So
Yep.
Jimmy, continue the conversation, brother.
I mean, Vick is Vick. He's the most sought after card year after year because he's fast, because people want to play with the scrambling quarterback. I myself, I have not played with Vick yet. I tried like hell to pull Michael Vick, and to no avail. I did not. But yeah, he's the quintessential MUT quarterback. People want to play with somebody who's fast, and with the meta we saw in some of the Madden Classic, people were using Lamar Jackson and Panthers heavy with fast break at quarterback. And you're not going to run that on guys like Zan. But if you get into a head-to-head game and you're running Panthers heavy with fast break Mike Vick, like, you're going to do some damage. So,
Zan, go ahead.
I had somebody in my chat ask yesterday if Mike Vick would ever be obsolete in Madden, and the answer is just no. He is the cash cow every year. You see people every year that's like, can we go a year without Vick? The answer is no. You're always going to have to account for Vick. He's going to be here every single year. It'll be Madden 40, and he'll still be in the game. It's a card that comes out every single year at the time, and it is always the fastest player on the field. You can make him the fastest player on the field, plus some when it comes to the escape artist. If it's a design quarterback run, got the fast break. From a MUT standpoint, I'm probably not as worried about it. I think from a salary cap standpoint, that's where it's going to be a nightmare. Is like, there's somebody who has the balls to kim him all the way up with the escape artist and just run around. Because like you said, that video that Problem had the other day, he literally ran around in the backfield. It was like cue the Benny Hill music, and then the defense just tired out and he ran down the sideline. So game balance wise, I don't know if the game's ready, but scheme wise, you better figure it out because he's here.
Yeah. BK, what did it do to the market?
Not as much as you would think, to be honest. He did on Thursday when he came out. Thursday and Friday, there was a good, like, 20% drop on most guys. A lot of your quarterbacks took a swan dive. So if you were holding out to get, I don't know, luck or or Steve Young or even Mahomes, like now was your time to go grab him. We'll see if it comes back up. Anytime it's normal though with all these Mud 10 players that week after week those cards drop, people want them. Like maybe it won't be as much when like the lineman drops, but there's still some big names out there that we expect to come out. Sean Taylor and people are hoping Devin Hester is the wild card player. So week after week you can see the same thing. These cards are going to come out, prices are going to go down, and if you're smart and buy stuff then and then just wait a couple of days, you can really profit from it.
Yeah. DC, take us home. Man.
I got to play one game. Oh, I played one game with him last night and he fumbled on the first play, but I guess that's what I get for trying to come out and Panther. I swear to God he did. That's great. Only me, but
it's karma.
Yeah, well, it was like exactly. I mean, the game knew what I was gonna do. But I mean, I don't think he's really gonna. Honestly, like I played with him and then I went back and played with Young for a couple more games, and like Zan's right from a mutt standpoint, he's really not breaking anything. To be honest with you, I mean, him and Young are the same speed behind the line, so it's only after the line. The way we've dealt with fumbles and hit sticks, like you breathe on him. Like I can attest that. I messed with him last night, and you breathe on him without covering on conservative, that ball's coming out. So I mean, it even does it with Young. Yeah. So I don't think he'll break the game like that, but I mean, it's just Vick's the cash cow. I mean, every single year he comes out, like you have people that don't spend money. I mean, you even have those people that say like, I'm not spending money the whole year, but Michael Vick comes out, I'm gonna drop a couple $100s on a bundle. Yeah. Every year, every single year. He's the only player that does it. You can have your favorite players, but love him or hate him, Vick is Madden. I mean, he's been Madden for 20 years. He's going to be Madden for 30 more if he's, as long as we're still playing. I mean, I'll probably still be here, but yeah.
That's a good point. He is Madden. He's going to be around here, so everybody just needs to get used to him. And he's potentially and probably more than likely going to be released right around launch, so get used to it. Do we know for a fact, has anybody measured the behind the line of scrimmage speed? I know that they tell us that with, what is it? The evasive?
It is. The only thing you notice a touch is agility. A little bit, like Vick's agility is obviously a lot more, and you notice it a little bit. But like the Kim itself is really weird because I've noticed that Young, especially once he crosses the line, I don't know if the game attests for an agility. It doesn't scale Young's agility back, so to speak. Like when Young crosses the line, his speed might drop, but he feels like LaShawn McCoy kinda. And you're just like, whoop, 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 whoop. So like, I don't know. It's just kind of weird how it does that.
So I play Ultimate Team with fully powered up Steve Young, and then I got Vick in Knockout, and he just felt, I don't know, I can't say he felt faster speed wise, but he felt better behind the line of scrimmage than Young, whatever better means.
He just feels different, I guess is the best way. It's just like a different kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, next
we got
topic.
more coming out too, though. Real quick, like don't forget, like I know Vick is the go-to quarterback, but I mean we've seen that Randall Cunningham is in the game this year, so like he's still coming out too. So if you're like a lot of guys don't like Vick because he's a lefty and they struggle,
right?
Wait, maybe another month. I mean Cunningham's going to come out, and like we all said, Escape Artist is the same behind the line, so you're going to be it's the same player until you break the line. So
yeah, I think out of anybody they're going to release, because we always had to play this game and we had to wait for new cards to come out and see exactly what it does to threshold code. I'm waiting to see what Primetime does, because every year when Primetime comes out, it's like, you think zones are here? Here's Primetime. Where are zones at? And like we're about to find out what zones.
That's a really good. That's a really good suggestion, because that's whenever the whenever the proverbial paradigm shifts to the next game, where the game transcends.
Find out what 95 zone and 95 speed looks like.
Yeah, and it's a different game. So that's an awesome point, actually.
The best thing Vick did this weekend was make Steve Young cheap, and honestly, you could have went out and picked up limited time Andrew Luck for pretty cheap as well.
Yeah.
So Zane, if you can't tell, whenever there's a slight second of silence, and you have something to say, that's whenever you just speak up. So.
Oh, no worries.
All right. Next topic: salary cap. Anybody here want to start with salary cap?
Zan's got to start it.
All right. Yeah, anyone that's in here that knows me knows that I'm on I'm not Zan, I'm Zen when it comes to Twitter this year. taking a year to like decompress, get my mind right. But here on Out of Bounds, I'm going to the goddamn parking lot on this because I am watching on salary cap right now. The biggest debate of the year is we need more cap because I want to put an escape artist, 120 cap Steve Young, 290 overall receivers. I want Marcus Allen or a maxed out Bo Jackson. And then I want to turn around and complain that I have silver linebackers playing inside backer that can't tackle, and I need abilities to counter that Bo Jackson. I play with the same defensive meta as everyone out there in this community right now. I have Patrick Willis and 3 silver linebackers for my 3-4 defense. It's about front. It's about front. A lot of these players out there competitively, we saw in the Madden Classic, they want to come out 3-4 out. They want to pinch those D linemen in. They want to spread their linebackers. And then they want to ask Silver Shaquem Griffin to play the B and C gap with no hog molly in front of them. It's like, okay, why are you going to EA and asking for more salary cap so you can fix your defense instead of just calling a better defense? I'm going to drop the mic on that. We all know what I'm talking about. It's self-serving feedback. It's bullshit feedback, and you need to just get over it and play better defense.
That's a good point. Not to go off on a tangent, but I don't think today's the day either. But we've really got to watch the feedback that we give, and I hope that everybody understands what self-serving feedback means. It only serves you. So, Jimmy.
Yeah, so I haven't really dabbled into salary cap too much myself, but I'm going to this year because I think it's it's just a really fun game mode outside of Mutt. I'm not going to climb the leaderboards and be a top competitor, but I'm going to do it to have fun because what the aspect I like of it, and this is about the actual salary cap level, is you have to be a general manager. You have to make smart decisions for your roster, You have to play to how you want to play the game. And so you see a lot of the times in salary cap, a lot of the dudes will end up with powering up kind of the same players. But I like the aspect of I feel like with superstar abilities this year, you can play a very different game plan style than a lot of other people if you choose to. So yeah, I'm of the same belief that I get the idea to if we're not talking self-serving feedback, we'll leave that aspect of it alone. If we're just talking, I get the idea of raising the cap for entertainment value purposes alone. If you're to say, you know what, maybe this would be more fun if we got more X factors in our lineup and more superstar abilities, but that's not what salary cap isn't Mutt. So outside of, if you want to do that, just play weekend league and qualify through weekend league for, all these other EA tournaments and stuff. But salary cap, you have to make tough decisions, and you shouldn't, in salary cap, I'm waiting, Zance, I'm waiting to see somebody juice up Michael Vick just to see the balance of what it could do. Would juiced up Michael Vick with a bunch of silvers on your offense actually be kind of game breaking, or would it not? So I think just deal with the salary cap as it is. Make your tough roster decisions and nut up and play.
DC.
I mean, I think, God, this is going to sound so redneck. I think that.
I mean, honestly, if you're worried about one phrase sounding so redneck, go back to the tape.
I've been thinking about this comparison for the entire time Zan's been talking. I'm like, God, this is going to get shit on. So this whole situation with the pros complaining about the salary cap being raised. I don't play salary cap, but you can relate this to NASCAR. Instead of figuring out a way to make the car go faster with inside your requirements, you're wanting to make the restrictor plate bigger. Get off your ass and figure out how to race. That's exactly what I'm telling every pro to do. Learn how to play the game and figure out how to do it within it. Instead, you don't need the restrictor plate raised, okay? You don't need somebody to hold your hand. There's a point. If one thing's overpowered, something else is not going to be. That's the reason there's balance in all sports and stuff like that. So you just need to figure it out and quit kind of holding the hand to raise the cap on something that you just need to lab.
Yeah, okay. Good point.
I don't play salary cap, but as a viewer of the
NASCAR?
tournaments, yeah, no, pass, hard pass, bro. But as a viewer of Friday Night Football and the the Madden tournaments that go on, I enjoy watching salary cap for those exact reasons, watching guys to see, who takes Vic and how far they take him, who takes Marcus Allen and how high they power him up.
Yeah.
And those decisions that are made, it's enjoyable to see not the same standard teams that we get very often in MUT. You know what I mean? The MUT tournaments, it's copy and paste. A couple guys here and there will be different, but that'll be about it. So it's fun to see. And then even from being a market guy, it's fun at this point to see in about a week or two, there's gonna be some random ass silvers that are jump up to like 35,000 coins, and it's fun to find that. You know what I mean?
It's already happened.
Yeah, there's some that are up there. You'll find golds that are jumping 45,000 coins for a 71, linebacker or corner because he's got stupid speed. So it's fun. It changes MUT a little bit, but it's like I said, as a viewer, I enjoy watching it. Those decisions are intriguing to see how they pan out.
From what I understand, the market was affected to some extent, right? And there were some players going for like 200K. Is that correct? Did I hear that?
Yeah,
right?
there's some out there that have jumped. I mean, everything's kind of settled down now. But you'll still find some rarities out there. So if anybody out there, just before you throw stuff into a set to upgrade to a 71 from a 68, just hit that left bumper or L1 and double check and make sure you're not literally quick selling a 200,000 coin card for 7 training. Just
anybody
check.
Does anybody know like a $200 card off the top of their head? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I was looking at some of them the other day.
I think it doesn't have more to do with speed than anything.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like a silver Brandon King is like a 10 cap player with like 81 speed, which is like you're talking about. It's hard to find 10 cap linebackers that have 80 speed. They're all 77 is like high for that type of level. So those cards get severely inflated.
Cool. Sorry, I was yelling in the background.
I've got one more point on the topic of raising the cap. Also, look back at the last 3 years. I mean, if you want to look and see what will happen in Madden 20 if they raise the cap from say 775 to 900. Let's go back to Madden 16 even. When they raised the cap that year, everyone clamored that year, let's raise the cap because we need to get higher cap defensive backs to deal with the aggressive catch in Madden 16, the year after Odell Beckham made that crazy catch. First year of the new catch system. They gave the new cap, they gave the higher cap to us, and what everyone did was they went and instead of throwing it into getting the best, throw back Antonio Cromartie or DRC or whatever to combat that, they went ahead and said, no, I'm going to go ahead and up my Mike Vick to Ultimate Legend Mike Vick. I'm going to up my Mike Evans to the top end golden ticket Mike Evans. I'm going to get the golden ticket Gronk. I'm going to get the golden ticket Calvin. And I'm just going to aggressive catch more with those guys. Every single year, it's the same cycle. Pro players say, I don't have the cap on defense to combat what everyone's doing on offense. Please give us more cap on so we can throw it into our defense so I can combat this year's Bo Jackson, for instance. I can't tackle Bo Jackson with Bruiser with my silver linebacker that I'm asking to play 2 gaps and solo tackle Bo Jackson. Please give me more cap. They give more cap, it goes into the offense every single year. Every single year. So don't use that excuse. Come up with something better as your reasoning for raising the cap because like you guys have said earlier, we are the general manager. If you want to spend, an extra 55 cap on Steve Young to give him the escape artist, that's 55 cap, an average of, 20 per linebacker in a 4-3 defense that you could have given to your linebacking core to make them better against that Bo Jackson. So you're the one to blame on that topic.
That's interesting. I don't play salary cap. I've never had, for that very reason, I've never really had a desire to play it. But like anything, you guys take it to the next level, so it's interesting to hear. Thanks for sharing that. And
do you think, real quick, think, Zan, there's any possibility of down the road them doing like a split cap system where you had X number on offense and X on defense?
I've actually lobbied for it in the past. I mean, I've been to community events before where I said, this an idea where you limit the number of cap that you can put into certain skill position cores. So like wide receiving core can only be 35% of your total cap, or linebacking core can only be 27%, whatever they want to set it at. Or if we don't even want to go that that restrictive, I think Jimmy said it earlier. Let's go ahead and just give us a abilities cap. So 775, and then boom, here's an extra 150 for abilities. throw them onto 6 players that you want with the abilities, but you got 150 cap. If you want to spend 55 on of an escape artist, all of a sudden you've got to split hairs on your remaining 5 players that you're
Right.
throwing those that remaining whatever at. So I think that there's ways they could go with it, but just raising the cap because you need a defense, no. Players are always going to throw to offense.
Yeah.
It's that way every year.
Yeah. DC, start us off. Antonio Brown's to the Pats.
I don't know. Like I'm way too hungover to talk about this. But no,
Let's hear it.
I don't know. I was talking about this. We were talking about this last night. I think I was talking about Jets. I told my brother about it last night, which he's a Falcons fan. So the first thing he told me to do was something that I can't say on this. But I don't. This is a weird situation for New England. A lot of times New England's really big into like getting guys that really have like one to two like really good years left, like maybe 3. Like Moss, we had Moss for like 4 years. By the time Moss left, the tread was gone. Ocho Cinco can't read a playbook. Albert Hainsworth, that was a god awful experiment. We picked him and Ocho Cinco up in the same summer. Revis, they kind of did the same thing with Revis, but like, okay, I'm just gonna say it. I've always defended New England, Deflategate, and all this stuff, but man, this shit just feels like this was planned like back in damn February. I'm telling you, bro. Like, I just don't like. I'm just gonna come out and admit it. Like, it feels like the front office. This just feels like a New England move. I'm just gonna say it. Like, it just really does. It feels like checkers were being played and they were playing chess. And I just posted something. I sent something to Jimmy just now. ESPN broke it that said that AB had gotten social media advice 2 days ago on how to possibly get bumped from the Raiders. So it's like,
Yeah, right here. I'll read it real quick. Wide receiver Antonio Brown actually sought out advice from social media specialists to get cut by the Raiders faster.
So like,
wow.
I'm a diehard New England fan. Like, I hate the Colts. Deflategate was BS. A lot of 4-letter words into 4-letter words. But like this, I don't know. I love New England, man, and I love Tampa Bay hand jobs like Kraft got. But this just really feels like this stuff was planned in March. Like, I just feel like AB called up and was like, "Hey, watch what I see to Gruden," and Kraft was like, "Okay, no problem, AB. I'll talk to you in September, buddy." And so like, I don't know. It's just, Antonio Brown, the New England Patriots, on a 1-year deal for $15 million.
Zan.
Man, I respect Tom Brady. I've been a fan of his for a while. I saw this news come across yesterday. I was just like, man, the Patriots, are they lucky or are they literally just the most opportunistic team in the world? You could look at it from the way DC just said it, or you could look at it from this way. The Patriots have nothing to lose. They've just established this culture of shut up and play football or we'll cut you. They've shown it with players before. So is this really the best move for Antonio Brown? He's out here kind of saying, I'm going to do what's best for me. He's doing all these Instagram posts about how you start pissing people off when you do what's good for you in life. And then all of a sudden he's going to go to New England where they're going to say, shut up, get in line, play football. And that's not been what he's been doing for the last year. Is he really going into a situation that he wanted to go into? Or is it what Jimmy said? Was he coached up to figure out how to get to this situation? This is really where he wanted to be. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, you look at the Patriots right now, Edelman and Brown and Gordon. I'm just waiting for Gronk to be like, psych, I'm coming out of retirement. Like, I'm waiting for that
just
because
be
it almost
yoked
feels
up.
like it just feels like it, right?
Jimmy.
Yeah, so we've talked a lot about Antonio Brown over the past 2 weeks, and we all kind of like DC said, we all kind of thought like it was a caricature move. Like, we're all like, oh yeah, AB's gonna get released by the Raiders, and then guess what? The Patriots are gonna get him somehow. Like, we all joked about it, but we joked about it because we knew it was a real, like Zane said, it's a realistic possibility because Bill Belichick is opportunistic. That they're an opportunistic franchise, and they have zero to lose by bringing Antonio Brown in, but they have everything to gain from that player. In my personal opinion, I don't think that we're going to hear much about Antonio Brown the rest of the season, besides the fact that he's catching touchdowns and 1,300 plus yards. I personally think he's going to fall in line in New England, and what you're going to see happen is he's going to leave New England after the season and get a fat contract on a new team. If we go back to the offseason, the Patriots tried to trade the Steelers for Antonio Brown.
Second and third round pick.
The Steelers said, no, we're not trading you to a rival. So AB1 was already on his way out. He went to Oakland from the Steelers, and something fractured their relationship beyond repair early on. And I think that AB knew the entire time what he was going to do, which brings back the point of we all kind of thought he was batshit crazy, but deep down, like, this is just our new generation, right? This is the new social media generation we live. If that report by ESPN with Chris Mortensen is factual, that he actually sought out social media specialists on advice on how to get cut faster, that man's a genius. Like, if that really, the Raiders took away, the Raiders messed this move up so bad. They could have put him on the non-injured reserve list. They could have suspended him a maximum of 4 games.
I'm going to cut you off, Jimmy. Let's go to BK.
So, I mean, let's be serious here. It's not the first time this has happened either, but this is standard collusion by the Patriots. AB signed with the Patriots back when he was traded away from the Steelers. Let's not pretend that this shit didn't happen. The Steelers weren't going to take that shit deal from the Patriots or, trade him to a rival. They shipped him out the other side of the coast, and at that moment, when AB got that news, he said, all right, I'll go over there, play, and then we're going to go to Crazyville for a little bit, hang out, stir up some shit, get cut, and these guys have a deal waiting for me. It's already in my inbox. This shit was planned from day one when he got traded away from Pittsburgh. This is not like New England's not lucky. They didn't, they're not the most opportunistic. This shit was planned way back when. We saw it once before with LeGarrette Blount, who went to Crazyville for like 4 weeks until he got cut, and then the next day was in the Patriots locker room. And when directly asked about it, he didn't even say anything. He just smirked because he couldn't keep his mouth shut for a minute. It's standard collusion. Like, I don't doubt. I would not be surprised if you see an investigation again this year into the Patriots over collusion. 100%, I expect it.
I was just going to close the conversation with that statement that there is going to be an extensive investigation. There's just so much stuff that's happened over the last, 10-15 years.
Honestly, I mean, all troll shit aside, like, because me and Kaay at the same point, like, it's bad that a fan of the team is over here going, I think they should.
Yeah.
I think, how bad does John Gruden hate the New England Patriots? Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, like, I mean, my God. Like, I bet John Gruden went home last night and broke everything in his living room. Like, God, that has to be the most hated franchise by him ever.
Can I clear one thing up real quick as a Bills fan?
Yeah.
There was never any deal with Buffalo and AB. He wanted $30 million. The Bills said no. Or he wanted guaranteed money. The Bills said no. So that deal never even went through. Adam Schefter said that it was done when it was not done. So at this point, as a Bills fan, thank God that Buffalo didn't offer him guaranteed money, because it would have been the exact same thing.
They might next year.
Do you mean to tell me that Antonio Brown forgot what type of shoes to wear in a friggin' cryotherapy chamber?
No
After, you tell me that's the first time he's ever done cryo?
Yeah.
Come on.
Did you guys see Pat McAfee's take on it?
I did, yeah.
Yes, Pat, that shit's so funny.
Yeah. I mean, he hit the nail on the head.
Absolutely.
It's kind of grimy. All right, let's get into the last topic of the day. We're looking at 5 minutes. We're going to go a little over, and then we're going to do the tweet draw. We're going to announce the tweet winner for the Michael Vick. But I wanted to do a segment. We're going to move it pretty quickly. I wanted to start an every Sunday segment where we do a sit and start. I'll call the game. I'll tell you 2 people, and you tell me who you're going to sit and start. Make sense? Pretty simple.
I like it.
Okay.
Love it.
And then you can elaborate like for a second, but we'll try to keep it moving quick.
Okay.
First game, Atlanta Falcons at Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins, Matt Ryan. Jimmy.
Oh man, I'm starting. Matt Ryan's really underrated fantasy quarterback. I'm starting Matt Ryan. I'm sitting Kirk Cousins.
Okay. Zan.
Starting Matt Ryan, Kirk Cousins is below 500 against teams that are above 500. I don't care that they're at home.
BK.
Judah.
Yeah, Matt Ryan all day. I think he's in for another back to their Super Bowl run year. I have no faith in Kirk Cousins.
And DC.
I would go Matt Ryan. Kirk's going to end up facing a healthy Deion Jones, Keanu Neal. Atlanta's going to have the first game of the year. They're healthy, and Kirk Cousins sucks. Take Matt Ryan.
That was the close one, but I'm gonna go with Zan. Buffalo Bills at New York Jets. Hold up. Dave Singletary, Robbie Anderson.
Devin Singletary, sorry. Buffalo, start us off. Obviously, I'm going Devin Singletary. The guy, I know most people haven't seen him, right? 'Cause he's a rookie, but the kid is a 22-year-old Shady McCoy. The exact same run style. I don't believe in Sam Darnold as a QB to throw to Robbie Anderson. And the Bills' defense is really good, especially their secondary.
Zan.
I just had to look it up. I'm going Singletary, obviously, with no McCoy there. And Buffalo, he's going to be the lead guy. Robbie Anderson was, I just looked, he is active, but he was questionable up until this morning. So even more reason to go with Singletary.
DC.
Robbie is just like so boomer bust, dude. That as far as fantasy goes, he will get you 0 through 3 and then light it up for 17 or 18. I would definitely take Singletary.
And Jimmy.
I'm going to go the opposite direction. Everyone said Singletary. I think if you were to start Singletary, the time is now, and then trade him away because he might have a boom week. There's a lot of unknown commodity, but I'm taking Robbie Anderson because I believe in Adam Gase's offensive system, and Anderson slides into the Jarby Landris role. I'm going Robbie.
All right.
You love Adam Gase, huh? I'm just going to sit like this for the rest.
I think you said that and everybody was like, oh, really?
Yeah, it was a good take, Jimmy. I did appreciate it. Thanks, man. BK, you took that one. Kansas City Chiefs, Jacksonville Jaguars. Start. Tyreek Hill, Leonard Fournette.
We need a question here. This is Tyreek all day, right? Like, you don't sit Tyreek ever.
BK, all right. Zan.
Tyreek Hill. Does Leonard Fournette have 2 working quadriceps muscles? Yeah, I'm going to go Tyreek.
Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm going Tyreek. You got new defensive coordinator in Kansas City, and Leonard Fournette's not it right now, so it's Tyreek Hill.
DC.
I'm going with Tyreek. I can't take a guy that farts and pulls a hamstring, so I'm going Tyreek.
Good work, Jimmy. You got the point. Tennessee Titans, Cleveland Browns. Start. Let's go OBJ or Baker Mayfield. Jimmy.
I'm sorry, no OBJ. We're coming out with fireworks. His first game as a Brown.
Okay. DC.
From a fantasy standpoint, you got to go Baker because he has the ability to get more points on the field than OBJ does. I think OBJ is one-dimensional in fantasy, so I would go with Baker. I think Baker's still going to put up points regardless, but I could see Tennessee rolling coverage and keeping OBJ down, like under 15 points or something.
Zan.
I don't know if it's still the case with Tennessee, but I know that I think it was 2 years ago they were the highest man blitzing team in the league, and Odell's going to shred you if you do that. So I'm going to go Odell Beckham.
BK.
No, I'm going Baker. If we're talking fantasy, I mean, QBs are where it's at. Even if I think they man blitz, I think they might put at least one guy over top, leave one guy out there, and keep an eye on Odell. I don't know. Odell, I mean, he's had some good catches, but he's not Randy Moss in my eyes.
Mm-hmm. Zane, congrats. I agree, man. Going OBJ. I think.
Hold on, before we go on, LSU Tigers are a great point. Jay, are you just trying to set up your fantasy football lineups with our advice?
Yeah, I feel like he is because he keeps giving these random points out, and I feel like he's got his tab up in the back. And yeah. Like, oh yeah, shit, Zan, you are right. That's 1 point for you. He is.
Not true. I just think I think Baker has a lot of weapons. I think Baker's going to do really well this year. I just think that OBJ is one of the best receivers in the league, and we're really going to see this dude shine because there's so many weapons in Cleveland. And I would like to see how defenses are going to play against them, like week 5 through week 8. they're really going to have to figure out, because if you start double teaming OBJ or double teaming, I guess I don't think they're going to double team Landry, who I think also is going to have another great year. I'm just anxious to see that offense in action and how the defensive coordinators are going to game plan against them.
Joku will hurt you too. I'm still really
Joku.
high on that kid.
They got so many weapons, man. They just who do you cover?
Right. All right, so this is going to be our last question. We have a tie between DC and Zan, and I am looking for a game and two players.
If this is a carburetor question, he's so screwed.
A carburetor question. No, we're going to go with...
It's about White Claw.
Let's go Pittsburgh Steelers, New England Patriots. I'm going to let you pick your own player to start. I'm going to let you pick your own player to sit. Let's start with DC. Go, sir.
I want to see. I think Demaryius Thomas might have a big game Sunday. I think coverage is going to get rolled to Gordon. Edelman's still going to. I don't know. I think Pittsburgh's going to try the Bill Belichick mentality. They do a lot. Like, they're really bad about ineffectively being able to take one thing away. So I look for DT to have a really, really big game on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's kind of my shocker. And as far as anybody that I would sit on that team, anybody in the backfield right now in New England, especially games 1 through 4, there's no way I start anybody in that backfield. I don't care who they're playing. It's just, it's a mess back there. It's not a mess. It's a planned mess, but there's no way that I would use it in fantasy.
Zan?
I'm sitting Demaryius Thomas, and I'm going to start Julian Edelman. I think that you're going to see the Patriots go with a lot of the similar tactics that they use with Gronk and Edelman, lining them up on the same side of the field, let Gronk push vertical, let Edelman go underneath. Instead of Gronk, they're going to go Gordon. Gordon has one of the top, I think his yards per catch is still top 5 in the league. So he's going to be that seam threat, that post corner threat from the slot. And then Edelman's just going to, choice route on all game long underneath. I can see him having, 9, 10, 11 catches for, 100 yards. I just think that they're going to pick at the Steelers all game long.
Yeah. Those are both really good takes. I love the Demaryius Thomas pick. I think it's too much of a risk. DC, congratulations. Zan, first time on the show, first victory, dude.
Oh, come on. That's beginner's luck, right?
You did a good job.
Appreciate it.
Can we make a plea
Chad.
to the NFL?
It's okay. I've enjoyed this stuff. Thank you for stopping by.
Can we make a plea to the NFL to let Antonio Brown play in this game?
How many
Oh,
jerseys
man.
do you have?
For
That's
real.
not your team.
Please let Antonio play this weekend.
You still have the tags on that one.
He just
He's not
bought it
playing.
for that skit. Yeah, he just,
I had the browser pulled up and I didn't see the scoreboards, but the score, and if you were keeping score whenever we went into this segment, it was 28 and Zan scored 3, so congratulations. I just came back to OBS and saw that the scores weren't updated.
Oh.
Just wanted to clarify.
Oh, all good.
All right, fellas, we're going to wrap this up fairly quick. Let's do the Twitter draw.
Ooh, Michael Vick, let's go.
yeah. Wait, I got to retweet on 3 more accounts. I'm kidding.
If it goes to any of us, Chad, it's not rigged.
Now, if Zan wins this giveaway, it was really rigged.
Especially if the Patriots fan wins it. Please don't give me any shit, okay?
The draw has been made. Patty Cake, 1997, at Patty Cake,
That might be one of mine.
Congratulations.
97. Congratulations, dude.
Patty cake.
Patty Cake, 1997. Patty Cake, Baker's man. Let me tweet this out. Tweet it.
Oh yeah, and I'm doing mine at 4 p.m. So you have 4 more hours to get in on mine.
And just so everybody can see it. Boom, boom, boom.
Who's one
True
fantasy
story. I
player?
did have somebody DM me last night. And they were like, "Are you not giving away Vic?" I was like, "No, I don't have
Who's-
a Vic to give away."
Who's one fantasy
Y'all not
player
gonna-
y'all are really looking forward to seeing this weekend?
Yeah, good question. Patrick Mahomes for me. Patrick Mahomes.
For me, I've got my eye on
Back.
Darius Geis out of Washington Redskins.
That's a good
Yeah.
For me, it's the Tariq Cohen that was supposed to show up on Thursday.
Yikes.
I was hoping we could get through this episode without talking about the Chicago Bears game on Thursday. But since you're the one to bring it up, we're good.
Yeah.
Thank God Kep's not here today.
Oh, it would have been brutal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Austin Eckler.
Austin
I want to see how the
Eckler.
Chargers look without
Ooh.
Gordon.
one.
Hey, speaking of Melvin Gordon,
Um,
did you get the update this morning?
No, what's that?
What happened?
He's going to report in 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh yeah, I heard week 6 he was going to report if not
Wow.
traded.
Who, Eckler?
No,
No,
Gordon.
Melvin Gordon.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
the
too bad.
holdout. Yeah, never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Never mind. I was like,
Yeah,
Eckler's hurt.
I
want to
see. But I mean, if Eckler takes off and does really well, I mean, Gordon's toast, man. You know what I mean? Like he'll report, and I'm like, okay, you're gonna finish this out, and you're.
I kind of view Eckler though as like a Tariq Cohen though.
He could be. I don't know. He did fine. Yeah, I thought he was.
Yeah, I think
he did
everybody's
fine
bigger
last
than
year.
Tariq Cohen, right?
I think I'm just really anxious to see if Mahomes, like is Mahomes gonna take that next step this year? Because I mean, like, hate him or love him, like the NFL has so much tied up in him. Like,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
he's like the guy to push their product, for the next, several years. And you don't ever want to wish bad on anybody. Like, I don't care if you're a rival or not. So I would like to see that kid kind of make that step. Like, is he going to have that sophomore slump, even though he's a third year in the league? But
Anything that keeps Brady off the cover of Madden for the rest of the time will be good to go.
Hey, I'm fine. Hey, keep him off keep him off the cover. When he was on the cover, we lost to the Eagles.
Let's not. Yeah, right. Let's not talk.
Hey,
Madden
Eckler's
first.
only 5'10", 200 pounds, by the way.
I don't want to be on the cover. Lose to the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Right.
Thank you, Madden.
We're looking at 11:08. You guys want to push it another 2 minutes? You want to hop off?
Yeah,
I'm
you're
good.
good. Whatever. You're running
Whatever.
the show here, buddy.
All right.
We're just talent.
Wait, MVP 2020 predictions right now.
Okay.
NFL MVP, not fantasy.
Mahomes. Not even a question.
No. I don't think he takes it.
I
2
don't know.
years
Somebody
in
in
a
the chat just asked Cap if he was a Bears fan, so I'm just kind of just enjoying it.
row. 4 guys just got banned.
Who was Mahomes? Who do you think is going to get Rookie of the Year?
I think
Saquon
David
Barkley.
Montgomery. I think Montgomery takes the Rookie of the Year. You watched the Bears game on Thursday. The offense did not move when Mike Davis was on the field. They played Tariq Cohen in the slot for 43 snaps. Montgomery showed flashes. Offense looked like they were in preseason week 1 because they technically were. They didn't play any reps. I think Montgomery is going to just barely beat the kid out in Oakland, Jacobs.
Let's hope so, man, because I had him in fantasy, and that 5.5 points this week was not.
Well, shoot, you got most of it on that 30-yard catch.
Yeah, exactly. That's almost all of it. Yeah. Otherwise, he had 6 carries for 18 yards.
Allen
That was
Robinson's a
brutal.
dog, dude.
I think they were trying to roll him out slow, and considering the results from Thursday, I think we're going to see more of him fairly quickly.
I do too.
Yeah.
What were you saying about Allen Robinson?
He's just that guy's a dog. He's so good. I mean, he's one of he's got to be the most under the radar wide receiver in the NFL. Because you don't hear about him that much, but I mean, Allen's coming down with it. He made some incredible catches Thursday night. When healthy, he can really change a game.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was the one that got him. He was the one that got him in field goal range with that sick catch and double coverage against the Eagles before Parkey. They need Burton back badly. Take some attention off him.
I mean,
Kyler Murray over or under 3,000 passing yards.
under.
Over. Cliff Kingsbury? Over.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. Oh, air raid? Yeah.
Do you think is Cliff the only coach that's gone from being the sexiest coach in college to the sexiest coach in the NFL? Is he? Is he hotter than McVay? Do you think he's hotter than McVay? Chat, what do you think?
You're on your own on this one.
So you're not getting help here.
Everybody's just like, no.
You're on an island, buddy.
Hey, as long as I'm on an island with Cliff Kingsbury, we're good.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking for somebody to host. Let's go. How about Wheels? You guys want to go see? Are you guys all cool with Wheels?
Okay.
We'll go where you take us.
Unless you want to go to somebody really small.
You guys see anybody down there?
DK Nice is on.
Let's go see DK Nice.
Yeah, let's take us over to DK.
Let's see here. Yeah,
He's going free. He's gonna flip. It's gonna be awesome.
Zan, thanks
Yeah.
again for coming in, man.
Absolutely. This was a lot of fun. I just appreciate you guys having me on. Get to shoot the shit with you guys. It was It's awesome. I watch you guys on Sunday mornings, and I think
shit,
you
wait
got
till the
a
after
big
show.
big thing you're building here.
Right.
Wait till the after show when it gets real. We're gonna record that, and that's gonna be paid.
Right, put it up on the net. Everybody in the chat, thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you for coming out. Hopefully you guys came for the entertainment and not just the VICK. Either way, I guess I don't care. You guys did show up in mass today, so thank you very much. Good luck on your fantasy.
You're getting a raid, so
Oh.
Hope rated us, so wait for them to come in.
Oh.
Take it to
Little Hope Twitch.
Man. Hey, could I put that Twitter link in there so they can go have
Yeah.
their last chance at VICK?
So let's do this right now. Anybody want to soft promote themselves? Feel free. Throw your stuff in the chat. Hope Vidya.
Hope.
Hope.
You're the real MVP.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
I'll be giving away my Mike Vick as well on Twitter today. It's my pinned tweet. I'll post my Twitter in the.
There you go.
Awesome. Yeah, feel free to put everything in the
Big
chat.
fan
There are definitely still some VICs out and about. Hope, we were just wrapping up the show, man. Thank you very much for the host. We are going to continue the raid.
Now DK is really going to shit himself.
Yeah, he's gonna. This is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, DK's a good dude.
He is.
We'll give everybody a couple minutes to. I'll post my PayPal. We'll give everybody a couple minutes to hit the links up. So if you guys want to spam them, I don't know. Do whatever you need to do. But we'll give it another 3 minutes, and then we'll raid.
Who's gonna end the season as running back #1 fantasy football?
David Johnson.
Saquon
Barkley.
I'm going Christian McCaffrey. PPR.
CMC, yeah, run CMC. That's a good choice. So let's talk Hope Video. Just Hope Vidya. Thank you very much again for the raid. Feel free to post your stuff, and your viewer or our viewers can go follow you on your channel. But thanks again, man. I appreciate it. I just cut you guys off. Go ahead. I just want to make sure that we show the proper love for Hope Vidya and
yeah,
rating us.
Yeah, dude, we appreciate that for sure.
So much appreciation. And it's my birthday today, so that was even better.
Oh, yeah. Happy
yeah.
birthday.
Oh, yeah, we didn't sing happy birthday to him on stream.
You're right. Well, it's been my
Chat, sing.
Well, you guys don't know.
Me sing? No, you don't
Yeah,
want
you
me to
can't
sing.
turn on one of your filters and sing
Happy
us.
birthday to Jay.
There you go. Just
Shit, I can't get through it.
You guys don't have
I
to
heard
sing,
it. I heard
but
a
I
little
do
bit of feedback
appreciate
from it,
it.
and I lost it.
Mr. President.
Let's get. You know what you guys can do? You can give me some birthday follows. That'd be cool.
Can we get some birthday subs?
Or some birthday subs. But be sure to follow or post the links to your VICK giveaways. I think that's the most important thing here. Now that we got another 400 people in
Throw
here.
some more out there.
Yeah, let's make sure we post.
That drawing right there for mine is at 4 p.m. today, guys.
Michael Vick, hit that link, boys.
I'll be drawing mine just after kickoff. So if you guys want, I think Kep was spamming it in there earlier. So
Yeah,
we
he's
got
got it right now.
another 45 minutes or so.
All right. Let me get the raid pulled up for DK Nice. Thanks again, Hope Video. I appreciate it, man. And to all the people that came in, thank you very much. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the birthday wishes. And thanks again for coming in today. Congratulations on a victory to the 3 other
Thank
dudes.
you very much.
Get good.
Appreciate it. Nah, it was a lot of fun, guys. You guys are a great thing. It's fun to watch grow, man. You guys are killing it, and I know you'll continue to grow it even more in the near future. So I'll be watching, and anytime you have a spot, I'm down to come on.
Appreciate it.
Awesome.
BK,
Thanks,
Jimmy, DC, thanks for coming in today, guys.
Especially
Always a
when
pleasure.
When we
Always.
branch out to like NASCAR and like Formula One and stuff, it's gonna be good.
I think that's in the
That's gonna be your
talks.
solo show, buddy. That's gonna be you just sitting there talking about
Another
carburetors
left
and
turn.
calipers.
Yeah, right. Good luck on your fantasy games this weekend, boys. You got 45 minutes to get your line set up. Let's go say what's up to our boy DK Nice. It's been a great weekend. Peace. Good job, boys.
Nice, we're out. Good stuff.
That was awesome.
Yeah, great show.